Hello YouTube, welcome this short video tutorial where I'll be explaining you about the uses of Extrude tool. Extrude tool is one of the important modeling tools in Maya. So on chapter 1 I'm going to show you the different methods of accessing the Extrude tool. On chapter 2 I'm going to show you the uses of Extrude tool, and on chapter 3 I'm going to help you to model a small castle with the help of Extrude tool. So without any delay, let's begin. Now we will see the different methods of accessing the Extrude tool on Maya. So let me create a cube here, zoom it in. So the first method is going to be from your menu tools. So just select a face, click on edit mesh, extrude. You get this extrude manipulator where you can move it, rotate it, and as well as scale it. So you will have all the three manipulators, all the three transform manipulators enabled for this extrude tool. So this is a small pop-up menu for the extrude tool. We'll go through these tools later. The second method of accessing extrude tool is from selecting your face, holding shift key, right click, and you will have this extrude face option. So same thing, you get the same extrude option. This is method 2, and the third way of accessing is on your default modeling toolkit. So click on your modeling toolkit, you have an extrude here. So click on it, same option, extrude tool has been activated. The fourth method is your shortcut key, which is Control E, which as a modeler we will be using it most often. Just Control E, extrude, Control E, extrude. So this is the fourth method. And the fifth method is using your hotbox. In case if you are using in an expert mode, which is Control spacebar. So you don't have any menus here, just click on spacebar, edit mesh, extrude. So this is the fifth method. And the final sixth method is not often used, very rarely used, is go to your component mode with your face selected, click on shift key, with your move tool selected, click on shift key and drag. Shift key, drag. Hold shift key, drag. So this is the sixth method, very rarely used. In case if this method is not accessible to you, or if you're not able to move it, check on your options for your transform tools. Just double click on your tools, come down where you have the smart duplicate settings, click on this. The first option would be this. Make sure whether it's checked. Shift plus drag to extrude component should be checked. Only if this is checked, you will be able to use the shift drag option to extrude. Okay, so now we will see how to use the extrude tool. So let me create a polygon cube here. So right click, select face, click on the top face, Control E, extrude. So here you have the default basic options here. So the first one is thickness. So this is going to help you to extrude the tool. So local translate Z, this is also going to help you to extrude the tool. If you just click on Control A to the options, to the channel box options, here also you have this different types of translate extrudes. You can also extrude on translate Y or extrude on translate Z. Click on face, extrude. So the next option you have is offset. So here you can scale small or big to this extrude. This is called scale offset. And division is used to add edge loops. So if you just click on this menu and left click drag, here you can see the different types of loops have been added to this. So I'll come back to this keep face together again. So if you want for the main basic options of the extrude, if you go to edit mesh tool, extrude, click on this option, you have the important major options here. So you can click on number of divisions. Defaultly if you know the different types of values, you can just enter 10. If you want to know the number of smoothing the angles, or if you want to offset the extrude or add thickness, you can defaultly add all these values. And just if you click on apply, here you see it. So the default 10 divisions has been added. So this will create a default extrude. So one thing to remember is that whenever you add options to the extrude tool, after using it, don't forget to clear the history. So once you clear the history, next time you will not get this option defaultly added. In case if you forget this and anyone is using the same Maya's software next time, whenever they use the extrude tool, these assigned options will be applied. And one more major problem that I see student is multiple faces merged on top of each other. So what they do is select a face, Control E, extrude, and they forget again and click on extrude tool again. So when they push it, they think that the extrude tool has been working properly, but what they miss is there is another edge which has been extruded. Okay, so this will create a lot of complicated problems on your textures and as well as when you smooth this model. So as a beginner animator or a modeler, whenever you try to use this extrude tool, once you click on face, Control E, don't forget to push this extrude. In case if you forget and think that the tool is not working, and if you just double click on it or triple click on Control E, there will be multiple faces of extrude will be extrude on the same mesh. Okay, so the next important thing on extrude tool is keep faces together. So for that, what I'm going to do is create a new plane which has multiple faces, scale it a little bit, move it up. So what I do is select face, I select a bunch of faces, let be 9 faces here, and click on Control E. So now when I move this manipulator up, as you see, it extrudes as one whole block. So if I move it, it is all one combined face. So here is the use of face extrude. Just click on it and drag it. Now you see the extrude face has been off. So now what happens is, if you scale this inside, see all the faces have been extruded individually. So in case if you want to extrude faces individually, you can use this option as keep face together as off. I'll show another example. Let me import a sphere. I don't want this much of divisions, so reduce the divisions. Select face, select the whole sphere, Control E, extrude, keep face together off. Now if I scale it, change the world axis, scale it again, change the world axis. So now if I scale it, here you have a different kind of element object here, a different design. So click on 3, you get this shape. So with this help of keep face together option off, you can extrude different types of faces individually. Extruding faces with the help of NURB curves. So here I have a cube. So what I do is go to the side view or front view, any view that is possible. Go to create, curve tool, CV curve. Just draw a curve shape, arc curve shape here. So now when you come here to the perspective view, you have the cube as well as a curve. Select the top face, select the faces, shift select the curve, click on Control E, extrude. So here you see here one bunch of extrude. Now we are not going to use this tool. We'll come back to the channel boxes. Here you can add multiple divisions. So see, when you add multiple divisions, you get a perfect bend of the curve shape. You can also twist. You can also tamper. So the twist and tamper option works only when you extrude with the curve. So these two options do not work with a normal extrude. They work only when you have a curve extrude. You can also use offset if you want, but I don't think so we need for this example. So if you want to extrude a pipeline or a slide, you can use this normal face extrude with the help of the NURBS curve tool. So now with all that we have learned with the help of the extrude tool, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a small model example of how to extrude a castle. So what I do is create polygon cylinder. So go to the options. I don't need this much of subdivision, so I'm going to reduce the subdivision to 12 or 14. Let me increase it to 14. Then I don't need any cap, so I want the top to be plain, so make it 0, so you don't have any extrude there, caps there. So select right click, face, select the top face, click on Ctrl E, extrude, push it. I want it to be a little big, so scale it, select this edge, select scale it. This also needs to be a little bit bigger. Just select this, double click. I think it's not selected, so what I do is select this face, scale it. I want it to be a little bit bigger. Yes, scale it. So now what I do is scale, select the face, Ctrl E, extrude, make it a little bit small, scale it inward. As it goes to the top of the castle, I want it to be a little bit small, so scale it, Ctrl E, extrude. One more extrude. That's it. So now what I'm going to do is going to the side view, select the side faces completely, go to the perspective, Ctrl E, extrude, go to the world axis, click on the scale, scale it outside. I can also scale it a little bit from the top. Now what I do is select the top faces. So select this, shift select it, you select the whole row of faces, Ctrl E, push it a little bit up. Then I want it to be wider, so I just scale it a little bit, yeah. I think it is too much wider, so just select the inner edge loop, scale it out, so it is offsetted. Now what I do is I need individual faces here, so select individual alternate faces, Ctrl E, extrude, push it up, scale it little bit, scale it little bit. I can also move it on object of different axis, world. Yeah, I use a world pivot, scale it little bit high, something like this. So I'm not happy with the shape, I need some shape here. So what I do is I'm going to use an insert edge loop tool. So mesh tools, insert edge, add a loop here. So now what I'm going to do is select, go to the side view, select these faces. I'm not in the face mode, go to side faces, select these faces, select these, hold Control to deselect the unnecessary faces, click on 4 wireframe, double check your selections, click on 5. Now what you do is Control E, extrude and scale it. just select the inner loop, push it down. Okay, so I think the bottom is not perfect. It doesn't give a castle look. So what I do is select the bottom faces and extrude it a little bit out and a little bit inside. So this is a basic extrude. So that's it guys, thank you. So I hope you have understood the basic uses and the importance of the extrude tool. So anyway, thanks for watching this tutorial. So have a great day. In case if you like this video, please subscribe for my YouTube channel and share it with your friends. Thank you, bye bye.